Better regulating the UK recruitment industry. The UK recruitment agency industry plays a critical role in the economy, bridging the gap between employers and job seekers. With the employment landscape evolving rapidly, particularly in the context of globalization, digitalization, and post-Brexit challenges, recruitment agencies have become indispensable. However, despite their importance, the industry is often criticized for issues such as unethical practices, lack of transparency, and inadequate protections for both candidates and employers. This essay explores the current state of the UK recruitment agency industry, identifies key challenges, and proposes comprehensive strategies to better regulate the sector. The current state of the UK recruitment agency industry. The recruitment agency industry in the UK is vast and diverse, comprising thousands of agencies ranging from large multinational firms to small, specialized boutiques. According to the Recruitment and Employment Confederation, REC, the UK recruitment industry contributes significantly to the economy, placing millions of individuals in temporary and permanent positions annually. Despite its size and significance, the industry faces several challenges related to regulation, which can undermine trust and efficiency. Challenges in the UK recruitment industry. Lack of standardization and compliance. One of the primary issues in the UK recruitment agency industry is the lack of standardized practices across the sector. While there are regulations, such as the Employment Agencies Act 1973 and the Conduct of Employment Agencies and Employment Businesses Regulations 2003, these are often seen as outdated or inadequately enforced. Agencies vary widely in their adherence to ethical practices, with some engaging in misleading advertising, misrepresentation of job roles, and even exploitation of candidates, particularly in the temporary and low-wage sectors. Transparency and accountability. A significant concern for both candidates and employers is the lack of transparency in recruitment processes. Candidates often face unclear fee structures, ambiguous contract terms, and insufficient information about job roles and employers. Employers, on the other hand, may experience a lack of accountability from agencies, with some agencies providing candidates who do not meet the required qualifications or failing to deliver on agreed services. Candidate exploitation and protection. Temporary workers, particularly those from vulnerable groups, are often exploited by unscrupulous agencies. Issues such as unfair wage deductions, non-payment of wages, lack of access to benefits, and unsafe working conditions are prevalent. Additionally, there is insufficient legal protection for candidates in cases of malpractice, leaving them with limited recourse to seek justice or compensation. Impact of technological advancements. The rise of digital platforms and artificial intelligence, AI, in recruitment has introduced new challenges. While these technologies can improve efficiency, they also raise concerns about data privacy, algorithmic bias, and the potential for job displacement. Brexit and immigration policies. Post-Brexit immigration policies have added another layer of complexity to the recruitment industry. Agencies now face stricter regulations when recruiting from abroad, leading to a potential shortage of skilled workers and complicating the hiring process for employers. Proposed regulatory reforms. To address these challenges, a multifaceted approach to regulatory reform is necessary. The following strategies aim to enhance standardization, transparency, and protection within the UK recruitment agency industry. Strengthening existing legislation. The Employment Agencies Act 1973 and subsequent regulations should be reviewed and updated to reflect the current realities of the recruitment industry. This includes stricter penalties for non-compliance and clearer guidelines on acceptable practices. Introduce mandatory licensing for all recruitment agencies, ensuring that only those that meet specific standards of conduct and professionalism can operate. This licensing process should be overseen by a dedicated regulatory body. Establishing a centralized regulatory body. The UK recruitment industry would benefit from the establishment of a centralized regulatory body with the authority to oversee all aspects of the sector. This body could be responsible for issuing licenses, monitoring compliance, investigating complaints, and enforcing penalties. This body should also maintain a public register of licensed agencies, providing transparency and allowing employers and candidates to verify the legitimacy of an agency easily. Enhancing transparency and accountability. Agencies should be required to provide clear, written contracts that outline all terms and conditions, including fee structures, job descriptions, and candidate rights. These contracts should be standardized across the industry to prevent confusion and protect all parties involved. Implement mandatory disclosure of information by agencies, such as the qualifications and experience of candidates, the nature of the job roles, and any potential conflicts of interest. Improving candidate protections. Introduce stricter regulations to protect temporary and vulnerable workers, including ensuring fair wages, timely payment, and access to benefits such as sick pay and holiday entitlements. Establish a dedicated helpline and support service for candidates who believe they have been exploited or treated unfairly by an agency. This service should be easily accessible and offer legal advice and assistance in pursuing claims. Addressing technological challenges. With the increasing use of AI and digital platforms in recruitment, there should be specific regulations to govern their use. This includes ensuring that algorithms are free from bias, that candidate data is handled securely, and that the use of AI does not result in unfair or discriminatory hiring practices. Promote the ethical use of technology in recruitment by developing industry-wide best practices and guidelines, and by encouraging agencies to adopt transparent AI systems that candidates and employers can trust. Navigating post-Brexit recruitment challenges. Post-Brexit, recruitment agencies face new challenges related to immigration and hiring from the EU. The government should work closely with the industry to develop clear, fair, and efficient processes for recruiting foreign workers, ensuring that agencies can meet the needs of employers while complying with immigration laws. Provide training and resources to help agencies navigate the complexities of the new immigration system, and consider introducing temporary flexibility in hiring rules to address any immediate skill shortages. The role of industry associations and self-regulation. While government regulation is essential, industry associations also play a crucial role in maintaining standards and promoting best practices. The Recruitment and Employment Confederation, REC, and the Association of Professional Staffing Companies, APSCO, are examples of organizations that can drive positive change through self-regulation. Promoting ethical standards. Industry associations should continue to develop and promote ethical standards for recruitment agencies, including codes of conduct and guidelines on fair treatment of candidates and clients. Membership in these associations should be contingent upon adherence to these standards, with non-compliant agencies facing suspension or expulsion. Training and development. Provide ongoing training and professional development opportunities for recruitment consultants, ensuring they are well versed in the latest industry practices, legal requirements, and ethical considerations. Encourage agencies to invest in their staff's professional development, helping to raise the overall standard of the industry. Facilitating dialogue and collaboration. Industry associations can act as a bridge between recruitment agencies, employers, candidates, and the government. By facilitating dialogue and collaboration, they can help to address emerging issues, share best practices, and advocate for the interests of the industry. Regular industry conferences, forums, and workshops can provide valuable opportunities for stakeholders to engage with one another and work together towards common goals. The importance of candidate and employer education. Regulation alone is not enough to address the challenges facing the UK recruitment agency industry. Education and awareness are also critical in empowering candidates and employers to make informed decisions. Educating candidates. Candidates should be educated about their rights and responsibilities when engaging with recruitment agencies. This can be achieved through public awareness campaigns, online resources, and partnerships with educational institutions and job centers. Provide guidance on how to identify reputable agencies, understand contracts, and seek help in cases of exploitation or malpractice. Informing employers. Employers should be informed about the importance of working with licensed, ethical recruitment agencies. This can help to reduce demand for agencies that engage in unethical practices and encourage better standards across the industry. Offer resources and tools for employers to assess the quality and legitimacy of recruitment agencies, including checklists, online databases, and consultation services. Challenges to implementing regulatory reforms. While the proposed reforms have the potential to significantly improve the UK recruitment agency industry, there are several challenges to their implementation. Cost and resource implications. Strengthening regulation and establishing a centralized regulatory body would require significant investment from the government. This includes the cost of setting up and maintaining the regulatory body, as well as the resources needed to enforce compliance and investigate complaints. Recruitment agencies, particularly smaller ones, may face increased costs associated with meeting new regulatory requirements, which could impact their profitability and sustainability. Resistance from industry stakeholders. Some recruitment agencies may resist increased regulation, particularly those that currently benefit from the lack of stringent oversight. Overcoming this resistance will require strong leadership from industry associations and a clear demonstration of the long-term benefits of reform. Employers and candidates, accustomed to the current system, may also be hesitant to embrace new regulations and practices, particularly if they perceive them as burdensome or unnecessary. Ensuring fairness and equity. In implementing new regulations, it is crucial to ensure that they do not disproportionately impact certain groups, such as smaller agencies, minority-owned businesses, or candidates from disadvantaged backgrounds. Careful consideration must be given to the potential unintended consequences of regulation, and steps should be taken to mitigate any negative impacts. Conclusion. The UK recruitment agency industry is a vital component of the economy, playing a key role in matching employers with the talent they need to thrive. However, the industry faces significant challenges related to regulation, transparency, and candidate protection. By strengthening existing legislation, establishing a centralized regulatory body, enhancing transparency, and improving candidate protections, the industry can be better regulated.